Ahead of Narendra Modi's first trip to the US as Prime Minister, two human rights groups are planning to stage protests outside Madison Square Gardens in New York. The protests have been planned for Sunday when Narendra Modi delivers a speech at Madison Square Gardens. The human rights groups are planning to protest against Modi's human rights record in connection with the 2002 Gujarat riots. The New York police has not revealed the names of the rights groups as yet. Sources are telling headlines today. The groups have been granted permission to stage their protest on the road leading up to the speech venue.
We are live currently right outside the world-famous Madison Square Garden. This is where it'll all happen on the 28th of September, this Sunday. 18,000 people will be coming in to listen to Prime Minister Narendra Modi address the Indian American community and the world at large right here from Madison Square Garden. This is where rock stars do their biggest concerts. This is where the biggest boxing bouts are held. And this is for the first time that a world leader has taken this venue to address his supporters. Joining us live right here outside the Madison Square Garden is the president of the Indian American Foundation community, Dr. Bharat Barai, a very close personal friend of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He's known him for the last 33 years. In fact, Prime Minister Modi used to stay at their house in Indiana, Chicago, when he came as a pracharak for the 100th year anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. Dr. Barai, welcome to Headlines today. And first and foremost, I must say your team have been able to build up a huge amount of hype and excitement around this big Madison Square Garden event. Tell us, where did this idea come from and how did you go about it?
Well, we talked to the Prime Minister after the election and invited him to come to United States. People were very excited even before the elections. A lot of Indian Americans saw him as the beacon of light for the India, for the future. So we are all very excited, and there was a unanimous feeling that the Prime Minister must visit United States and speak to the Indian diaspora. And he was gracious enough to accept that invitation. And the Indian diaspora in the United States is very much looking forward to the message from the Prime Minister. Okay,
tell us about the preparations for this big speech at Madison Square Garden. This is where the Republicans and the Democrats do their big annual conventions. But this is not a space where even an average American politician takes up the whole venue, because by American standards, it's very difficult to fill up. You have to do something really big, really special. So how many people are going to be coming in and what preparations have you made?
Madison Square Garden can accommodate about 18,000 people in different configurations. We have been way overbooked. The demand was for almost 40,000 seats and it is still coming. We closed down on 7th of September, taking the registrations for individuals, and we still keep on getting so much of emails and communication that they want to come. That's why we made a backup arrangement that let's broadcast his speech live on Times Square, so people that we are not able to accommodate have an opportunity to watch Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech live at the Times Square.
So let me just tell our viewers, we are currently on 31st, 32nd Avenue. Times Square is right up there, 10, 12 blocks away. That's Times Square. And you can see some big screens. All those screens also have been taken up, have been hired by the organizers, so that those who can't fit here into the venue at Madison Square Garden can all view at Times Square. How many people are you expecting up there?
This is the first time it has been done for any foreign leader or even US leader that we know. So I can't tell you whether there will be 500 or 5,000. We will see that day, but at least this was an idea. We presented to them. They said, okay, and we have done it. We'll see, we'll learn.
Okay, I'm told that people are getting very emotional. You're under a lot of pressure with people resorting to all sorts of means to try and get a leg into Madison Square Garden.
You know, what's happening is that this Prime Minister is very much admired by the NRI community. During the Google Hangout in April, I had said that if the elections were held in the United States among the NRIs, Narendra Modi will get 85 to 90% of the votes. So that's the level of admiration that he has. The college graduates, my own children who are born here, who have gone to Harvard, Princeton and Johns Hopkins, they are all coming. And we have requests from Princeton, Harvard, UPenn, University of Maryland, all kinds of people that they want to come and listen to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And we have accommodated as many as we can. So there is such an excitement. You know, they see him as a different person, a person who is dedicated for the people, who wants to do something good for India. Think of it, 1 out of every 6 person on this earth is an Indian. We have the same genetic stock, and yet a lot of good things are happening through the NRIs in US, but not so much in India, and we feel sad about it.
So do you think this speech, apart from just the symbolism of having all of Madison Square Garden chant Modi, Modi, apart from that, do you think this will also excite and interest the Indian American community, which is now mostly cut off from its roots, disinterested in the India story, not willing to go back and pump their money into India, into considering putting their dollars where their heart is?
Well, I think Prime Minister Narendra Modi has sparked such an interest in what is going to happen in India that we are getting calls from many Indian Americans. We want to volunteer this, we want to do this in India. So I think, and we certainly hope that after his visit, there will be a renewed bond of heart-to-heart relationship between the Indian American community and the people in India, and we'll have something better happen so that the living standard and opportunities for people in India improve. And we as Indian Americans certainly want to play our part.
Tell me about your personal association also with Prime Minister Modi. Here's what's known about this association, that you know him from 33 years ago when he was a young pracharak. What sort of a young pracharak do you remember when he came to the United States for the first time?
Well, when he came to participate in the 100th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda's address to the World Parliament of Religions in Chicago, which was in 1893. But even then, he loved the country so much. During our discussions, he knew what was going on in India. He had good idea, and he had passion even then when he did not hold any public position, that this is what needs to be done to the country. You know, ye desh ko kya ho gaya hai. So he had that love and passion for the country. When he got the opportunity as Gujarat Chief Minister, he very much showed how capable he was, how much he loved the people, and he did marvelous.
Did you at that time when you first met him get a sense that here's a man who's destined for greater things?
I wouldn't say that, but at least I realized that here is a man with a passion for the country, love for the people, and if he got an opportunity, he will translate it into something. I realized that when he became the Chief Minister, and for long we are hoping that he will become the Prime Minister to change the destiny of the country.
There's also now a big scramble taking place amongst Indian Americans here. Some scramble for credit about this. It's already been called a super hit visit, but that's something that's putting a lot of pressure on the BJP top brass back home.
Well, the credit goes to Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself, because it's because of him that all these people are excited. We have a team of 200 volunteers, and they have all volunteered their time, their own money, their own expense to do this program. And we have 800 to 1,000 volunteers who are volunteering this. Not only that, we got requests through the web from almost 4,000 people that they want to volunteer, but we really don't have the logistical way of using their services, so we are grateful to them. But the credit goes to Narendra Modi himself.
Give us a sense of the program. What will happen here at Madison Square Garden on September 28th?
We will have 18,000 people. They will all go through the security, which will be airport type security. I may mention that because of the large number of people coming, our colleagues have made special arrangements with New Jersey Transit, New Jersey Path, the Port Authority of New York, and the New York subway system to run extra services on Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon.
How many extra trains are you running?
I don't know the exact number because my colleague Srujal Parikh is taking care of it, but I know that they are going to run extra trains in the morning, and New Jersey Transit is going to add extra coaches to their scheduled trains.
New York Police Department tells me that 2 groups of protesters have also registered. They want to mark their protest, given Prime Minister Modi's past track record of a run-in with the American system, the fact that he was blacklisted earlier. So they'll be somewhere around here, around Madison Square Garden, while people will be chanting Modi, Modi inside, there'll be protesters outside.
That's a very wrong information.
No, Srijul told me this just about 1 hour ago.
Wrong information. He was never blacklisted. They always wanted him to apply, but it was his choice not to apply. Now, yes, there will be 2 groups of protesters, but then there will be large number of people who will be welcoming him too. They will welcome him at the United Nations, they will welcome him outside the Madison Square Garden, and they will welcome him across from the White House too. Remember, there are millions of people who welcome Narendra Modi. In democracy, yes, small group of people always have their right, and we respect their right. But please respect the right of 98% people who love Narendra Modi and not of 1% people who have their own agenda.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Barai. You've already created a maelstrom of excitement and enthusiasm. We wish you all the best. All eyes on Prime Minister Modi and his principal organizer here in New York. This is where it's all going to happen on the 28th of September. And what a sight this is going to be, because there is no leader in the free world, whether Japanese, Chinese, French, Korean, German, English, who's ever had the audacity to book Madison Square Garden and have 18,000 supporters come in and cheer his name. And not just that, behind us in Times Square also there'll be thousands of people who'll be waiting to watch on those big screens the Prime Minister himself speak. India is in New York, the cynosure of the world's eyes, and what a powerful statement this is turning out to be, coming from the leader of the world's largest and most populous democracy.